market or trade journal for March 15th, 2024. Another day, trade the pool challenge. So yeah, I was pretty excited to start the day, given the success I had yesterday, coming off maybe my best day as a trader. Um, and I was looking forward to using, um, what I learned yesterday and those skills apply it to today. And, it's Friday though, so I knew that may present a challenge as Fridays tend to be a little slower. But to cut to the chase, despite the excitement, despite the success I had yesterday, feeling like maybe I turned the corner, I kind of revert back to some of my old ways and basically had a major L today. Max loss. I hit my daily loss limit with Trade the Pool, which is very frustrating. So I'm right back to where I was Wednesday. So the first trade I took today was on NVDA. So this may not have been the best trade to take, but I didn't think it was too bad. Um, I decided to take a break on as the stock started to make a new low or break break the pre-market low. That's when I decided to enter. Um, so it's a bit more riskier. I didn't let the 5 minute candle print, and stock was truthfully, if I'm gonna take the aggressive approach, then I want to see the stock maybe hold within the 5 minute or within the this area, opening range low and high, and then after maybe 5 or 10 minutes of consolidation, then break down. Or I would have liked to see this candle start higher between here and here, and then start breaking down. But anyways, took the L on that as it just came down, or as it came down. I entered. It came right back in up. It stopped me out, and pretty much lost the max on that before I could even put a place to stop. It just shot up and took me out. So I gotta say, for this to grade the stock, the entry was a C. My execution fail. The setup C plus. The overall trade maybe a C minus. Just because, yeah, it's just it was a just an okay setup. I don't know what to say. Um, and then throughout the day, I almost got in here, but by this time I had pretty much hit my loss limit, which was good because it didn't really do nothing here. So, I learned from this today's session, I must say. Next stock. So the next trade I took was Microsoft, and once again, I get Microsoft and Meta slash Facebook kind of mixed up. I forgot which stock I prefer to not trade anymore. I thought it might have been Meta, but it's maybe it's Microsoft. But anyway, I decided to take a trade on Microsoft. Um, I decided to be a little bit
NDRA.
anticipatory, and I took a short here, and for a brief moment, it started to go in my favor. I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be a pretty easy trade. It's gonna hit my target, and then it starts to come back up. I didn't get too nervous. I've got just the right amount of size, which was 50 bucks. So it gave it enough room to test all this. Or not 50 bucks, 50 shares. Oh, I debated on shorting 100, but it wasn't the time for that. The setup didn't quite allow that. So yeah, as it took a while, but it finally started breaking down past my entry point. Now the problem was, this is me not taking profits. This is more so of reaching my maximum, my daily loss limit, and so the system just closed out all my positions all at once. Had it not, I would have been able to hit my final target, which was 413.05, I think it was, or maybe 413 even. But yeah, it's so yeah, it was a $72-$75 profit on this, which could have been another $100 maybe. I don't know. Had to hit my final target. But that's that. To grade the trade, I would grade the setup a solid B. My entry was a B. My execution, I didn't have the power to execute, so it was hard to grade it. So I'll just pass on that. But the overall trade, I thought, was a solid B. Here's a cleaner chart with less mess. The next trade I took was Tesla. Um, as you can see by the daily chart, there wasn't a whole lot of action. So, of course, no range. Therefore, it was harder to make money. Um, so yeah, I decided to short Tesla on a break below the pre-market low. Thought it was a little iffy here, given the fact that it's Tesla. It's Tesla makes me a little nervous, but I would have definitely got in here. Now, the problem is, it was a little extended at this point, so I probably should have stayed away. But like I said, it's even though I was a little nervous getting in on this candle, um, this would have triggered a confirmation in the short here, so I would have been in either way. Stock started to never really went in my favor, and stopped me out. Um, so not a great setup, and I should have just passed on this. But I think I was feeling a little confident today. I did use some caution trading Tesla. I well, I won't speak on that. But the only potential trade I see that would have worked on Tesla Um, would have been short in this area or in this area, but yeah, not a lot of range today. To grade the trade, um, oof, jeez. Right now I'm feeling like a D for setup. At the time I was thinking it was more okay. The entry, yeah, it wasn't a bad entry. It was a C plus. Execution, pass, overall trade, C minus, D plus, C minus. Oh yeah, um, that's Tesla. Um, the next trade, I believe this is the next trade, Microsoft. Um, Again, looking at the daily, not a whole lot of action and moves like crap. But oh yeah, hold on a second. Okay, so with this particular stock, I decided to try to buy the bounce here on the 9. I knew I probably shouldn't do that because it didn't look like it had much juice. I mean, I was looking at it here, but I decided to pass because, yeah, it just didn't look good. And then this is the candle that really got me to rethink my position. And it's holding here and it's starting to look, at the time, this candle's green, so I get in. I got baited and I knew better, but, and I bought with 200 shares. So that was a little bit too much size. But I thought it's getting ready to pop, and it didn't. It stopped me out within the very next candle. That's that 200 shares, pretty big loss. Um, and then I'm watching it bounce off the 20. Now the 20 is, to me, is more reliable for a slower moving stock, and this still would have probably been, or it could have been a loss, but it would have been a much better trade than the 9 here. Um, but yeah, this is the moment I got hit with my max or daily max loss notification, and it wiped out my trade on Microsoft, and I was done for the day. So fairly early, I was done, and yeah, that was it. Um, like I said, the only potential trade on this would have maybe been on the break here, which I'm not a fan of taking too much, or would have been a small trade here, anticipating a breakout. If I could get in early enough around 192, 200 shares, sell on the break around 193 or close to it, and then I would have lost, got out at break even with a small $100 profit, roughly. But that's how that trade went. To grade it, oof, the setup, I'm just gonna give it a D because it didn't have enough momentum for me to rely on the 9 EMA like that, and it just wasn't trading good anyways. Um, my entry wasn't a really good entry either. Um, C minus. Execution, A pass. Overall trade, a D plus. Now this stock, I know you're thinking to yourself, why the heck would I get in here? What could I have possibly seen? Was there
ACB.
EMA that it just broke out of, broke broke down from? Like, this just looks like a terrible entry, terrible stock to be trading. But what happened was I was waiting for a few hours for the stock to start cracking below this level,
MSOS.
the 5-minute opening range low. I was waiting. Thought it started happening here, but nope. Got slurped right back up. Luckily, I didn't take the bait here. Waited. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a nap. I wake up, boom, literally on this candle, or maybe it was this one. I wake up and see it finally broke, and I went in. 100% FOMO, 100% emotional trade right here. And I was just like, oh, I gotta get in this because this thing could just fade the rest of the day. I saw this could possibly easily fade to 480 because I saw all these red candles, and I'm just thinking, this go time. It's time to fade. Um, man, was I wrong? Comes back up, stops me out at break. My stop was at 490. I get in around 486 or something. So just a really bad trade. The only trade that would have been, other than if I didn't get in here, which, yeah, this would have been an easy trade. But since I didn't get in here, the only other trade would have been to short it around this area and rely on the 20 EMA to hold. But that was, to me, more risky. But that would have definitely would have been a good profit had I had the guts to short it here. So a bad trade all around. Should have never taken it. Wasted. Lost $200 and change for no damn reason. Just greed and fear of missing out. To grade this trade, I would have to say the setup. I mean, I missed the setup, so setup is a F really, because buying it here, shorting it here is not a setup. So there's a rare F entry, F execution, pass, overall trade. I have to give it an F because it passed the execution. It's a 59%, not 59. Yeah, wait, yeah, 59%. So it's a high F, nonetheless a fail. So yeah, that's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely hurts after make almost bringing my account almost to break even or close to break even. Now I'm back to negative $900. Man, come Monday I need to be much more careful. That pretty much completes the summary. My journal. Um, there was two trades. That's $400 I lost that I shouldn't have had I had the discipline. And yeah, I gotta remember Fridays are just really terrible, slow. That's it.